Well, hello. Here we are. Okay. Now we're actually here also inside Dota TV. Hello. The International 2017 CIS qualifiers. Third game of the day in total, as in terms of lines of games played. Vega Squadron and Team Empire. Those will be the two teams playing right now. Empire so far has lost a game. They lost a game actually against a team that I didn't... Against Comanche. Comanche is actually a pretty good team as well, but I thought Empire should be able to beat them. So yeah, Empire lost against Comanche, and Vega lost against Gambit. This was a game that was both of those two were casted on the other channel, and Vega also won a game, and they won a game against Anchi. So Vega Squadron have already played 2 games. Empire played 1 game so far. They'll play against Double Dimension later on today as well. So they'll have a couple more games played by the end of the day. But they want to, of course, come out ahead right here. These 2 teams are 2 of the favorites to come out on top. And I know there's only space for 1, so this could potentially be already a little bit of a taste of what's to come in the playoffs. Depending on if these teams obviously make it to the playoffs. All depends on the group stages. Let's take a look what we have here. Vega Squadron will be on the Dire side, Empire on the Radiant side, Tree Protector and Rubik. What an opening by Vega Squadron. First of all, Tree Protector, you cannot really go wrong with that. You fortify the lanes. Great. Solid hero. Nothing wrong with that. Rubik is a support that fits in so many different game plans that by picking up these 2 heroes, they don't reveal a single thing. The only thing that you can kind of think that they revealed perhaps is that they are preferably running dual lanes, but even that is not a guarantee. On the other side, you got a Puck, you got a Sand King. Puck obviously most likely mid. And then Sand King on the offlane or in the 4 position. A lot of control coming out for them. Some synergy there as well with the Dream Coil into Epicenter, of course. I mean, it's nice pickups, but at the same time, Rubik is thinking, ooh, I can steal all those Burrow Strikes. That's already good spells to steal. And they give away a bit more than what Vega Squadron does, because you can learn a lot more from the lanes, from the Puck and the Sand King. And the good thing that Empire has going for them, I feel, is that Sand King, obviously, with the Sandstorm, he can take off the heals from Tree and Protector real fast. So don't really have to worry too much about that. And when I'm talking about strengthening the lanes, the lane that Sand King's on, it's not going to count as much for then. So we have got the Darkseer banned out as well as the Night Stalker. I don't think anybody was surprised by those. We've seen those a lot of times this morning already with the Nyx Assassin and the Clockwork banned out against Vega Squadron themselves.
5 seconds remaining.
Some mids banned out by Empire with the Dragonite and the Razor, and the Drow Ranger and the Chen to not get cheesed or pushed that fast. Banned out by Vega Squadron. Ancient Apparition makes a return again. I did like a previous game. Him. It's not a her. Sorry, my bad. It's a him. And it did end up winning previous game. Not really because of the Ancient Apparition, but you might remember that Ancient Apparition was in the mid lane, and on the bottom lane, I believe, was very successful in helping getting some early kills with that chilling touch. Earthshaker coming out from Vega Squadron.
Radiant team pick.
Solid pick as well. Control, even though Sand King and Puck can jump / disjoint or burrow under the fissure if they want. Not disjoint, just illusory orb over the fissure if they want to. They can dodge it. But some team fight coming with that as well, and they have some nice synergy with the Tree Protector. If you hold everybody in place, you don't necessarily need a Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker to make sure that that you get the perfect Echo Slam off. Even though you don't really assume that you're gonna get a perfect Echo Slam. But nonetheless, you gotta believe. Believe that it is possible. Let's see what Team Empire wants to go for. One thing you always have to keep in mind when playing against Empire is that you always have to keep in the back of your head the fact that there is a Meepo player. Luckily, Vega Squadron have that Earthshaker, which is a pretty decent meepo counter. So that's already good. But you gotta keep it in mind. You can never forget. As Empire sticking into their bonus time to decide on what they want to play next. No, they're taking a lot of times in the bonus time. Could they at this point... Could that Earthshaker pick has been something that they want to go for themselves?
10 seconds remaining.
They end up going for the Sven.
Dire team pick.
This is a very early Sven pick. And also an interesting one because Earthshaker is pretty good against Sven because Sven obviously needs to be close to people to hit them, and a Fisher can easily disrupt that. Rubik is good against the Sven. You can drop him back down further away from the target, and the Overgrowth good against him as well. An interesting choice of core. They must have some plan with it somehow. And this is something that Vega is thinking about as well as Empire would imagine that is why they took so long to decide on what to go for this game. But also Vega going in for their bonus time. Well, they still need cores. All cores. Earthshaker. We've seen Earthshaker
Templar Assassin
offlane obviously before, which is the one that we're expecting to see, Matt. I was gonna say we've seen Earthshaker mid, but with the Templar Assassin there, that's not gonna happen anymore. So we gotta have Templar Assassin mid against Puck. Actually, a pretty decent matchup for the Templar Assassin. I think that G should be able to do quite well against Puck in that mid lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, should do just fine. And then we're gonna have an Earthshaker, probably with a Train Protector against this Sven plus Ancient Apparition. That's a tricky lane for Earthshaker, to be honest. The 2 melee heroes, and Ancient Apparition with a Chilling Touch actually hurts a lot. And the Troll gets banned out by Empire, as Empire still needs their carry.
10 seconds remaining.
Why is nobody picking Slark anymore these days, you guys? I thought Vega could actually fit a Slark, but then I figured nobody picks Slark anymore. But Slark can kill Ancient Apparition real fast. It's not too bad against the Sven. They're probably going for something else though. Something that I can't fathom yet. But Vega first gets to ban something that they think is going to be the real threat to their lineup. And their lineup, or rather Empire's lineup, needs a support, I guess, depending on what they want to do with that Sand King. It's kind of open for negotiation, I guess. The Sand King can be 4, it can be 3. Was what they want best. And it looks like Vega was expecting that Sand King to be a 4, so they ban out the Bat Rider. So they ban out an offlaner. Vega is the one that picks before Empire gets to pick their last pick.
Ten seconds remaining.
Now let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm more interested in what Empire is going for here, though, because that's more of a question mark for me than what Vega is going for. Venomancer! Okay, I take it back, because that's a big question mark for me. Don't get me wrong, I like the hero. I love the hero, you guys know that. It looks like there's going to be a core Venomancer. I love the Gale against Fen. Like, he's the slowest of them all with that. And as I already mentioned, he needs to be close to people to hit things. So kiting is going to be a lot easier with a Venomancer. It puts a lot of extra pressure on the Templar Assassin to do well. But I already mentioned that his lane should be going quite okay. And the Broodmother is the last one coming out from Empire now. That is also one that I wasn't expecting. This is going to get very interesting. I do want to point out that Empire picked Broodmother into Earthshaker. I just want to make sure that you got that. Broodmother into Earthshaker. This could be very scary for Ghostic. He has to be the best at micromanaging his spiderlings. Like, the potential damage coming out from an Echo Slam surrounded by spiders.
10 seconds remaining.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But it should also be very
5
exciting if he does manage to do that. What I do like the Venomancer though. Even though Venomancer, you know, it's not the greatest carry, but I do it's fun. I know, not a lot of people agree with me on this one, but it's fun to watch. Until a certain extent. If he gets picked every single game, then I'll probably change my mind. But for now, I am really enjoying watching him played as a core. Alright, will a tower be denied? Yes. Player who gets the longest kill streak, Templar Assassin. Total number of teleports cancelled by 25. 1. Team with the most runes picked up by 10 minutes. But it's got to be the puck team. Yeah. Alright, did that one. Did I unpause? It happened at the same time. No. It happened at the same time as I pushed the button. That was very scary for me for a second. Okay, guys. Let's take a look at what we got. Is this... Did I press the right button? Yeah, no, now I did. Alright. Let's take a look at what we got. The Real You. That is actually a Loa Dance. He is playing the Venomancer. And he's going... looks like he's going towards the bottom lane to get a bit Tioma, the Slayer on the Tree and Protector. Silent will play the Rubik this game. We got G playing as Templar Assassin and Afterlife playing the Earthshaker. On the side of the Radiant, it is Team Empire with Roger on the Sand King. We've got FN playing the Sven. We got Ancient Apparition played by Miposhka. In the middle lane, it will be a Chappie on his Broodmother, and that means we got an offlane Puck by Ghostic. Alright, you guys. This is something, by the way, Vega Squadron will have figured this out, that the Broodmother is mid, because they have seen this before. And
30 seconds to battle.
And it is kind of logical, and I should have known this as well, that that Ghostic would play the Puck. Chappie is the one playing all those types of heroes, so Chappie has to be the one microing his broodlings real well. Alright, let's see what we got here. Looks like Trian's gonna secure himself a rune. I'm already going the wrong way. We got 3 runes. We go in the way of Vega Squadron, as this one will be picked up still as well. Nobody there to get that. Oh, it's from the side of Empire. And Silent looking to see if he can snipe himself a courier. But I do think they saw him walk past there. They have that ward right there, so it's something that can be expected. Sentry ward's already down. G's gonna... his main concern right here is trying to... Ooh, countered. Is trying to Psyblade. Psyblade the Broodmother. Obviously he can't see him at the moment, but he's still gonna try. And look at how much harassment he's already done just with the Psyblades. That's something that he can continuously do the whole time. In the meantime, Afterlife manages to get the creep wave towards this tower, which is really great for him, getting some experience his way. The amount of harassment he's getting is quite okay just yet. Miposhka hasn't leveled anything just yet, so everything's still okay, as that sentry doesn't catch the other sentry, so they're both okay, which is actually an upside for G, because Chappie doesn't have a sentry anymore to counter the sentry that G has, and G can still see Chappie and still harass him with Psyblades. In the meantime, Rubik is rotating back towards the top lane, where there is a Puck against a Venomancer and a Tree Protector. Not an easy lane at all, but still doable one where he should be getting experience and everything. Yep, Psyblades. Psyblades is Chappie's worst nightmare at the moment. Look at the damage! It is actually going a lot worse than I think what he was expecting. In the meantime, Puck is in a lot of trouble right now. He's trying to teleport out. He can do so, but he managed that before he held one hit was what he was missing there, or what Vega Squadron were missing there. That was a very close one, you guys. Wow! Indeed. It's very close. So G has a fairly good time. That being said, Chappie is still doing quite okay on lasses as well. He's 10 for 0 right now, and even though G is doing a bit better, 15 to 8, he's still not crushing as hard as actually does. And some of those last hits might be little spider rabies as well. Now, getting those last hits is of course really good, but it does mean that looking at the last hits on the top left screen part of the screen is not as representing the it's not as accurate as it could be, because you can't really compare the numbers, because one of the spiderlings is a lot less than one of the bigger creeps, of the normal creeps. My friend is having fun pushing the waves out. In the meantime, Miposhka continuously pulling the wave back, making sure that Afterlife is going to have a little bit more of a tricky time getting that experience up. But he did manage to buy himself some boots, so he's happy with that. Courier on the way with G's bottle, I would imagine. Yep, bottle and boots actually. And Silent got himself some dust, so it looks like they want to try to kill off the brood mother soon with the dust that they have. No mana for Chappie. He also has things coming in the courier though. He has got himself a soul ring. Now the question is, can they actually kill off the brood mother? I don't think they can. Hello. Roger. Roger, what you doing? Roger, I think, is wanting to, well, first of all, steal the rune. And I thought he was going to try to kill off Afterlife, but it doesn't look like he believes he can. There is still this nice ward coming out. That's a baby spider. I'm not going to get right on my achievement, am I? Ooh, hello! Go stick, you gotta be careful there. Tree and punch is like a truck.
For the temple.
Hi, blades. Rubik went to behind the tier 1 tower on the top lane in the meantime. Puck just sent out his orb. They know this. They know that he doesn't have an orb right now. They see him. They can punch him. He's got his phase shift available that he can still use, maybe to buy some time until Sand King is here, but I don't think Ghostic is going to make it out alive regardless. One more hit is needed. He can jump himself forward. First blood still goes the way of the Venomancer, but Tree and Protector dies as well, as does the Rubik, courtesy of Roger rotating out, but the first blood still going the way of the core Venomancer, which is still good for Vega Squadron. Losing 2 supports for it. You know what? I think it's actually worth it. The Puck doesn't actually get anything of any of the experience coming out from those 2 kills, so I think it's still okay. Oops. Coffee. Alright. In the meantime, Afterlife, if you compare him to the Puck, he's doing quite okay. He's got 16 last hits, compared to the Puck's 9. That's pretty good indeed. Level 4 for both of them. A little bit ahead for Afterlife right now, but nothing notable. In the meantime, the mid lane, TA is not going to make it out of that one with Ancient Apparition rotating mid. Whoops. Detours. But a good rotation there with the Chilling Touch helping out. And the Tree and Protector not able to come in time. A 3-1 right now in favor of Empire. And that mid kill definitely been really good for Empire, as we do know that Templar Assassin was getting slightly out of control in terms of last hits compared to Chappie's Broodmother. However, Chappie didn't actually get the last hit on that. It was Miposhka that got the last hit. So Miposhka gets the gold. Oh, FN, you might be in trouble, my friend. Tree and Protector coming out from the side. Nope, they're not gonna go for him. It's level 3 and they're up against a level 6 Sven. It's still very scary. They would need some more help. In the meantime, Sand King rotating around. He's gonna find Silent actually, or Silent's gonna find him. Either way, it's not gonna be great for Roger, as he gets dusted up, lifted up, and now they can go for the Sand King rather than for the Sven. Burrow Strike still comes out, and Sand King manages to make himself out of there. In the meantime, Sven, He popped his rage, but he's not able to get anything from it. God Strength, that is. Rage, God Strength. They both turn red. Alright. Ooh. No, that's actually not too bad for Vega. God Strength down. It's a fair. It's not too long of a cooldown, but it's still long enough to be considered a little bit of a victory. Roger is going to take some harassment, but nothing more than that. And he's actually going to get way more than that as Roger gets some help from Chappie. And Chappie takes a kill as well. Worth for sure. Does leave Templar Assassin, who's in. Wow, Templar Assassin is farming Ancients right now, but does leave right now Silent farming mid a bit. Who needs it because he's still level 3. And he wishes he was level 7. I don't know why I said 7. In the meantime, we got Venomancer. Just doing Venomancer things. Leveling up, being annoying.
I deserve this.
Ate the mango. And he gets the rune and the other rune as well.
Double damage.
No, the other rune is gonna leave for the Templar Assassin.
Blessings.
Yeah, level 4 on the wards. He can just start pushing down some towers if he wants to. Depends on, because it is still very tricky to try and not feed wards to your enemy. And Puck is one that can actually take the wards down without taking damage himself because he's got the range for that. So he's got to be careful. Nice shrine usage. In the meantime, Chappie is doing quite okay for himself. We're gonna switch to net worth because with all these wards and spiderlings around, it's always interesting to see how the net worth changes. As that is a God Strength to try and take down a lot of Ancients actually. FN getting a bit of a boost in gold. He's on top of the net worth together with the Venomancer. Still, though, both TA and Veno and Broodmother and Sven around the same time. What? Trian, please. What you doing there, buddy? He's level 3. Found himself a Sven. Sven just easily kills him. That was really there was no challenge in that. That was just easy pickings. Burrow Strike hits with the cold feet as well, and that is a dead Earthshaker. And as we mentioned in the game before this, maybe in game before that one. No, it was the game before this. Sand King and Ancient Apparition in combination with each other is a great combination to have. Chappie also gets an easy kill there on the Rubik. And it is 7-1 all of a sudden in favor of Empire. Vega Squadron, they are in a bit of a pickle. Little bit of a pickle. And one of the things you see that most in, look at these supports levels. You got the Ancient Apparition already sitting at level 6. You got still Treant Protector at level 3. Granted, he's about to level. But level 3 and level 4, which is the Rubik right now, it's really low. And both of these have ultimates that you really kind of need in order to secure some team fights, in order to secure some kills. At least for Rubik, levels don't matter as much as long as you get your level 6, because you can obviously steal skills from your enemies that are higher level anyway, so you don't depend on your enemies' levels. But okay, I guess in that way it's a good thing that Mimposhka is so high level, can steal better spells. Haha! Calculated! No, that's not how that works, guys. That is a where did they go? Where did the Ancient Apparition ulti go? We didn't see it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, we you don't let your enemy level faster because you're a Rubik. That was a joke, you guys. Alright, so they kill off an Ancient Apparition, they use an Echo Slam for that, but at this point it's actually worth it. They can secure some map control with that, and they can get some extra farm off the back of that as well. In the meantime, Venomancer is busy putting this tower in the Nigh range, but denied it will. Roger making sure of that. That's the downside of doing that with your Veno wards. Veno, in the meantime, he himself is on the bottom lane. This Sven, a bit of a problem right there. He does turn on his God Strength. He looks like he wants to fight. He might be able to turn around on the Venomancer. Venomancer is taking a lot of damage from the Epicenter and from the Ice Blast. The Ice Blast actually ticked off on 3 people. Is already off right now, but everybody's taking so much damage. Double kill coming out from a Poshka is now Rubik in a bit of a trouble here. Ghostic, 1 hit away from dying. He does end up dropping, but Silent will pay for that with his life. 4 for 2. 2 cores though dead on the side of Empire, and sure, that is nice and all that, but losing 4 heroes for that on the side of Vega Squadron, that's a tough one. Losing your Templar Assassin, most of all, that is a tough one. Templar Assassin is the one who's kinda supposed to, like, carry this team a bit. He's, sure, Venomancer is the official core and all, but until he starts being a beast that he should be, Templar Assassin is the next best thing, and having him die is not great for Vega Squadron. So Vega Squadron is in trouble. Silent dies again as he came to the enemy side of the map because he really just wanted to place a ward. Didn't end up getting that done. Would have also got it countered if he wants to. Still has sitting on 3 observer wards, but yeah, that's just not something that you can do. That was a bit of a misplay there. He shouldn't have gone there at all. Loads of spiders. There's another shaker. And this Broodmother wants to build a Radiance. It's an interesting choice, because generally you want to build an Orchid, especially when you're up against a Sand King, then at least you can kill off Sand King as well. Dreamcoil coming out on Treant and Veno. Can they kill him off? In comes the Overgrowth. The Treant will still die, but the Overgrowth might be enough to let Loa Dance escape. Doesn't seem to be the case. Not with FN coming in with the stun as well. Look at how much damage he's taken. Oh, Rubik! Rubik, you shouldn't be there! Silent, you're dead! That's not good. You can't go there. You can't try and save your support. You can't try and save... Like, actually, he was trying to save Venomancer, but at this point he's not worth saving yet. That was a bit of a misplay there as well, and Empire is definitely leaps and bounds ahead right now compared to Vega Squadron. 4K in 13 minutes. That's a tough one to come back from for Vega Squadron, and they need to take some towers down first of all, and then trying to get pickups with the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is really the key here. On the bright side. On the bright side. There's
Blessings.
still 6 towers up for Vega Squadron. Every time Empire is taking kills, they also took a casualty or at least too much damage to try and make work of it, to try and take their take towers in return.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
that is a problem. Because Vega Squadron, sure, you know, they're losing some heroes, but they're actually taking down some towers. They're willing down towers. They already got the tier 1 top. Sure, got the knight. Nonetheless, that tower dying gives some extra map control. Veil now completed by the Venomancer. Still level 1 on the ultimate, but almost level 12. So almost got that level 2, and that makes a big difference, you guys. That's a big jump.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And damage almost doubles.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe now Empire is gonna get some form of map control by taking down that tier 1 top tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We have 10 seconds until God Strength is up again. We're checking if people are teleporting top, which they're not. Or maybe they are right now. Yes, they are. Nice cold feet coming out, scouting that out. They should be able to deny this tower. No, Siege Creep will get it. That guy. Right there, Siege Creep. Good guy, Siege Creep. Tower dies. Bottom lane tower dies as well. So it's an even trade. Even trade at this point. For as far as tower goes, kind of favors. I would say it favors Vega a bit, because Vega is not able to win straight up fights at the moment. Hello, there's a sentry right there. You gotta be careful there, buddy. I think you're still gonna go down to all the spiders that are over there. Oh, hello, you're dead. Is it level 1 or level 2? It's level 1. He might actually live. Yeah, he does. He was not sure either, I think. He got a Roshan taken by Vega squadron. But this is something the Empire knows. They got the spider is there. Sand King. Oh, overgrowth. Can't come in with a burrow strike right now. Aegis taken by G. Poison Nova coming out as well, but where's the enemies? Did anybody get hit by that? Oh, Aegis operational. That's gonna be the Aegis already burned down. Chappie actually thinking about going in here. Where's that Sven? He looks to be going as well. Gets interrupted before throwing out the stun. So at least they don't get that. But he still has the stun to get a stun up on the Templar Assassin who just got back alive. And they get 2 kills with that as well. Trian dying as well. Earthshaker, he bought back. I'm not sure if that's the right play right here. But they still want to get a comeback kill. If they can find the Sven, that would be really nice for them. But I wouldn't bet on it, as they can just still turn around and try to... Never mind. And try to take some kills in return, I was going to say, but not gonna happen. Earthshaker also able to just stop this Ancient Apparition from going in, as Afterlife has got that Blink Dagger. So they managed to take down the Sven and the Ancient Apparition. That was a 4 kill streak. There's a nice amount of gold there, but the main thing is Templar Assassin died. Died twice actually, one with the Aegis of course, so the Roshan being taken only successful in terms of the gold. And in the meantime, this spider has not died yet. He's 303. And he's as happy as a spider can be, really. Sand King sitting on 200 gold. Poor guy, Roger. And I mean poor in the money sense of the word. Ooh, hello. 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 Can you? They knew where he was going. It's a lot of hate for one Sand King, but they want to keep that Blink Dagger down. Can they do something off the back of it? That's the question. They actually got 5 people here, because Venomancer is very close by as well. He's making sure that the wave is pushed out. Perhaps he wants to try to apply some pressure to this tier 2 tower. It could be. It could be. Afterlife leading the charge. Has got that blink up. He's looking for a target. Can he find some? In his vision, he actually doesn't see anybody of the enemy team, even though, of course, the Ancient Apparition was fairly close by, but no vision means no kill, means no blinkage. Can't really find a target if you can't see them. But perhaps they can just take down this tier 1 in the middle lane. Top lane is being pushed out as well by the puck. As far as puck can split push anyway. He's just making sure that he's very safely pushing this wave. Making sure that he's never really out too far. Out of fear of getting caught, of course. I'm fine. Just gonna cough a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. Shrine. Chappie was out of mana. Doesn't think his soul ring is enough.
That's exact.
But it's kind of obvious if you see a shrine pop to know that there's someone there. Even though he did turn his radiance off for that for a bit. Now a lower dance. Looks like he's going for staff is still yeah. Dragon Lance as well. Hurricane Pike in the making. I was thinking perhaps he wanted to go for an Aghanim Scepter, but it looks like he wants to hold that off for the meantime. Oh, hello, bye! There's a sentry right there, Ruby. You can't do that. They have so much detection around. They're so prepared. That's underestimating your opponent. Really.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But the tier 1 tower does end up dropping. And there's still tier 1 standing on both bottom and middle lane on the side of Vega Squadron. That Dream Protector is helping out a ton with that, of course. Sven, Sanjay Yasha done, and his BKB almost done. He'll need that sooner rather than later. He's doing fine on the gold though. He's actually in a pretty happy place right now. Net worth still in favor, of course, of Empire. They got that early lead from the lanes and they haven't really let it go just yet. But they also haven't really continued. Did that hit? Doesn't matter. It did hit, by the way, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's worth it. Is that worth it? It's a fairly long cooldown. It's almost 2 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I guess it's worth it. Surely, otherwise they wouldn't have done it. They saw that it was only an ancient apparition. But maybe without the ancient apparition they feel more comfortable pushing down lanes, but I don't think they should because it's still, this spell is still very scary. And especially with Sand King around, he's got a gem now as well. So even though they were already buying a lot of detection, when we saw the Rubik stealing Sandstorm, for example, they now don't even need to place the wards anymore, they just got them.
Conceal yourselves.
And even though he has got his Echo Slam, we have not seen the amazing Echo Slam that I was kind of hoping we would. Of course with spiders and all that. We've seen it a couple of times for quick pickoffs, but not yet in a massive team fight. That is all courtesy of Empire, of course, because there hasn't been a full-on 5-on-5 team fight, because if you're Empire, you don't really want that. So you steer away from that and you try to divide your attention, get pickups like this by Treant, and in that way avoid team fights. And even if you do take team fights, you make sure that you've got full vision, which they do, and you've got the upper hand. Ooh, Burrow Strike finds himself a target. Didn't really realize there were multiple people, so he jumps himself out. BKB on by Chappie. As everybody is forced to go for an early BKB to deal with that pesky Venomancer and all his poison. The Gale did hit, the stun as well, Venomancer silenced up and killed off. Doesn't really get anything done anymore, neither does Rubik. And the tier 1 tower, fortified for now, but not gonna be a living for very much longer. That's too easy pickups, nobody else could come in range in time, and of course the Puck Silence helping out a lot with that as well. Oh, hello. Sand King is the one with the gem, so this tree doesn't last long either. Empire seems to kind of be at a point where it's like, okay, you know, we got our BKBs, we're done farming, let's go. And now mid they run, they don't even have the ancient apparition to help out just yet, otherwise of course they have him from afar. But other than that, they're just supports to the Sven show at this point. Sven and Brood show, yeah. We'll give them both credit. Oh, we getting the incorrect answers all the time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'll take your
It's looking good for Empire. I'm trying to figure out ways for Vega to come back into this. I mean, I've already talked about how much pressure the Templar Assassin has on herself. And TA, I mean, TA is nice and farmed. She's not doing bad at all. G's actually having a good game. Despite having a rough early game, of course. But she caught up. She got some ancients and stuff. She's got the BKB. She got the Desu and the Blink. She's teleporting top, see if she can find the Sven kill. I mean, that's a risky one. Treant is trying to catch up, but ended up just TA farming instead, which is, I mean, that's fine too, but at this point you kind of want to get the pick off so that your enemy team doesn't get a chance to... doesn't get a chance to push. I was gonna say, perhaps they can still do this. Oh, the lift comes up as well. In comes TA. Now with the damage, the Gale as well. God's Strength turned on. He's looking for targets. He finds a target in the Rubik. Nobody dares come close to him. And this tree, and he feels the wrath Ale still falling through. This Templar Assassin still wants to maybe go for another target. If they could find the Sand King, they actually would have the gem. That would be amazing. But Sand King manages to blink himself out, and he is fine. I can't say the same for Vega Squadron though. The Echo Slam comes out, but it doesn't really do too much. Chappie, he's having a man fight here with Vega Squadron's G, and that is not a man fight you want to take. Sand King comes back in, and the gem gets dropped on the deck. Ancient Apparition, he falls as well, and this fight is everything Vega Squadron could have hoped for. And more. They went back in. Just getting the Sven kill earlier on already was really great for them. That was a great fight, even with the Sand King escaping. And then Empire went back in, thinking they could do it, thinking they were further ahead than they actually were. Vega gets a Roshan off the back of that as well. They get the gem in their hands as Venomancer picked that one up. This fight's wide open again. Vega Squadron is back in it. The drop, I would imagine, is not fully complete because yes, those skills are great. The Roshan is great. But all this time, where Broodmother is dead, where Sven's dead, they can't farm. And they were farming the whole time as well, so this is gonna be Vega back in this game. Templar Assassin got some of those kills too, which was immensely important. The Fusel Blade is ready. Yeah, I would say this is looking like a pretty even game again, and with the Aegis in the hands of Vega Squadron now, it is going to be Empire that is on the defensive for a little bit, I would imagine. Obviously, they can try to defy that by playing against expectations. Vega Squadron is expecting Empire to play defensive, but they could go for a smoke, because this might be the time where Vega is not expecting a smoke gank coming out from Empire. I mean, I'm not sure if you're Empire if you want to fight into an Aegis, but who knows? If you catch them off by surprise, then you might be able to. It looks like they do want to. Yes, here we go. Now they're picking on the Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is the one with the Aegis. Venomancer is close by though. They also have the Treant Protector fairly close by. Templar Assassin has already blinked out, and they find the Venomancer instead. Well, Venomancer will die. Ooh, he had the cheese. Still gets the ultimate off. Overgrowth as well. He's alive for the moment. Is there anything else? The BKBs are about to run out. They still catch the Venomancer. Treant Protector, Bro struck, and dead. This is the bright side for Vega Squadron. Templar Assassin dodged a bullet there, because she would have died. G would have not lived from that onslaught. Nice overgrowth to try to delay everything a bit and try to buy some time for Templar Assassin also to get out some a bit more. But wow, Hoi. Two nice skills regardless though, because this Venomancer is actually of course a core, even though
That should help.
in terms of impact, I'm not so sure. Templar Assassin has a bit of a better impact, but this Venomancer is a core, was a safe lane Veno, and killing him off is pretty good as well. It's got a pretty high net worth, so you get a lot of gold. Still though, it doesn't bring them all the way back, but it does stop the bleeding, and that's all that they needed to do for now. They can do it again if they think they can, if they still think they can catch off a Templar Assassin. With Porshka, sacrificial lamb of Empire is this point, giving the extra farm to the Sand King, who's still forming his Force Staff. He's already got his Blink Dagger, of course, and perhaps after he's got his Force Staff, they'll give some more farm to the Ancient Apparition, because you cannot do at some point, if the game lasts long enough, that is, at some point you want to have the Aghanim Scepter. Well, let's see what this is gonna get them. They still have the Aegis, of course, and the Templar Assassin. The Dyers, the Radiants just used the scan, so they know that there's someone mid. Let's see what's happening. No ward here from the Radiant side. Ghost Stick, lift it up. Where's the follow-up? In comes the Fisher, just in time. They need to do everything before he phase shift. They can do it too. That is a dead puck. Ancient Apparition ulti will not hit. The creep wave is all the way in the mid lane though, so don't think they can kill off the tier 2 tower just yet, but perhaps without puck there, they want to try and force out a fight. That could be something they could be doing, because they have still got that Aegis, so that is still worth it. They of course already lost the cheese. They ate the cheese. Aloadans ate the cheese, more specifically.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And that is gonna be the tier 2 tower down. Not forcing anything else, defending their own tier 2 top. It's a solid bit of gold. It's worth it. They catch the puck, of course, as well. Yeah, worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. Level 23 on the Templar Assassin, actually. As I said, G is having a having a pretty good game. He did die 3 times, which is still not great, but he's now on top of the net worth, and yeah, as I would say, is still in a very good place, especially if you compare it to his counterpart, which is actually the Brood. I constantly think that his counterpart is kind of the Puck, because they kind of fulfill the same type of role with the traps and the dream coils. Just choosing a target, initiating on a target. Ooh, what's this? An Invis rune. FN, are you going to use this aggressively? I wonder. Because the gem is in the hands of Airshaker. Did they get a new gem back? No, they didn't buy a new one yet, so this is the gem that the Radiant side bought. Roger. Ended up buying that one. And losing it as well. Is this another smoke? They don't have another smoke, do they? Yeah, they do. Rubik has one. Maybe they're waiting for the tree to TP in, or maybe they're just gonna go without the gem. Without the smoke. Looks like the latter is the case. Ooh, there's an army of spiderlings coming out. Hello. Hello. All the gold. Where are they going? There's an infestation. Smoking. All the spiderlings are called back in the meantime to push out bottom lane while the smoke is going towards the target, or towards the area where they last saw some heroes. There's a tree protector that is pretending to be a ward. He's gonna top off the smoke. They know exactly where he is. Sand King has a new ward, a new gem. Or Puck has a new gem, that is. Ooh, Echo Slam though! And that is a dead Puck. That is a new gem on the floor, on the deck. This Broodmother is having a tough spot right now. He's trying to run away, but you can't run from the Templar Assassin. G is just standing there holding his ground, now going toe to toe with FN. FN decides to go for the supports first. Wise choice, because you're not going to get G right now, but the support has a Yule Scepter, so you can't kill him either. This Ancient Apparition, he is done for to Esports. G, or Esports Bet G, is able to get a rampage off of that fight. Did they see the gem? Important things first. They did. Rubik has it. All the gems. Gotta catch them all, and they're doing that just fine. This Templar Assassin with Butterfly is holding the fort for Vega Squadron. And they can push fairly fast with the wards there as well. And the Desolator, of course, weakening the defenses of the tower with... They don't want to buy back. Puck is already alive in 10 seconds. Perhaps he can make something happen. There's still the epicenter as well, so perhaps the Sand King wants to make something happen with that one. Here he goes indeed, but it's not enough, and he dies again. 1 minute down, and sure, Puck's alive, but the racks are down. There's still tier 2 towers on the other 2 lanes, so Vega's like, sure, we'll go take those tier 2 towers first before we go back to your base later on. But Vega Squadron have completely turned the face of this game. The fight on top, the fight where Empire went back in after losing their Sven. That's what happened then. That's the start of the drop. Vega Squadron, they're making a massive comeback right now, and well, at this point, it's not a comeback anymore. They're just dominating. At this point, Empire is the one needing to make a comeback. I'm really curious to see what this Venomancer is going to build next. I really hope it's an Aghanim Scepter, but with all the BKBs, it might not be the best item. It might be that it's best for him to go for more supporty items and aura items that would help the TA more, because at this point it's like a one-man army with a lot of disabled to support him to make sure that he actually can get those attacks off. But it's really G is stealing the show right now. He has a great team around him that support him to be allow him what he does, sure. And that, I mean, that's very important. But this is looking very good for him. There's an overgrowth, there's a fissure. You can slow him with gales. You lift them up. Everything in order for this TA to find the targets and keep attacking the targets. Ooh, Venom Wards. Doesn't see Miporshka. Knows that there's someone there. Ooh, hello. And that's a dead Venomancer. Not able to do anything there, but at least they get a Sand King as well. Nice Dream Coil. Chappy realizes he might be in too deep, but he manages to catch off the Treant before doing anything else. Echo Slam still helps killing off the Spider, but the godlike streak still went to G. He had a double damage rune as well. I mean, if there's anything scary, it's a Templar Assassin with a double damage rune. If I can give you any tips for your pubs, run when you see a Templar Assassin with a double damage rune. It's just too scary. Nice Age of Deprivation ulti though. That might actually kill off Silence. What level is that? Level 2. Oh, I'm not actually sure if that would kill off Silence. I don't think it does. He still has a Glimmer Cape as well after all. Aegis going to the Venomancer this time. He doesn't even hate. Jeez. G's fine. He's got an Orchid. He's happy. This is a happy Templar Assassin. Godlike streak for him. Looking quite good. Oh, hello. Tier 2 towers. That's where Vega's mind's at right now. Oh, they're so sad. Who cares about backdoor protection? Not G. Certainly not G.
Conceal yourselves.
Sorry, G. No double damage rune for you this time. But the illusion will make sure that mid lane is pressured out a bit more. In the meantime, Sven's actually on top lane. Could decide to take out the tier 2 tower, but I think, yeah, he already needs to be back. He teleported. He's ready to take this fight because they need to fight here. They can't afford to lose too many lanes of racks. They just would cause them too much gold. They can hold the lanes. They're actually fine in holding the lanes that are there with super creeps, but they can't. They can't afford to miss the farm that it brings. Obviously, after you have super creeps, the super creeps only give half gold of the normal ones. But that's already the range racks. Come on, you guys, you gotta go. I mean, no, it's a Venomancer with an Aegis, and you don't really want to jump in on him, but you gotta go at some point. Here they go. Here comes the Fissure. That's a Sand King in a lot of trouble. Gets force stuffed into safety. For the moment, he's okay. Sven, looking for a target. Gets poisoned over. This Venomancer still in very deep, but still with an Aegis. Nice overgrowth. They're actually going for FN right here, and FN can't do anything. Return FN dies, and he does not have buyback. No buyback for him. Spider down as well. Beyond godlike Templar Assassin. GG gets cold. Vega Squadron is victorious. And it is Empire that have another loss to their name. Empire, I say another loss, a loss to their name. Ooh, I just saw that a score that I had earlier got recorded differently. So Comanche actually did lose to Empire rather than Comanche winning against Empire. That is a result that that was misreported in the document that I have up anyway. But they are now 1-1. Vega Squadron is 2-1 as they have 2 victories, 1 loss. We'll be right back with more Dota 2. The next match upcoming in the CIS qualifiers for the International 7 is Effect versus Team Spirit. So we'll be right back with more games. Bye-bye.